Everybody wants to see what Thomas is streaming tonight. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a cozy live stream tonight. What is it, 8:30 right now? My kids are asleep. And I'm just gonna make games with you. So come on in, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna pull up the chat here and see what kind of cozy night owls show up. And we're going to work on Twisted Tower today. We're just going to hang out, have a good time. Tuck Mac, come on in, come on in. It's always good to see Tuck Mac. A little bit of Tuck Mac in my life. The chat here is not a problem. Okay, so let me pull the chat out. I'm going to put it right there. There it goes. Chat's there. Gordon Arbor, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, guys. Come on in. And, hey, I wanted to say a huge, huge thank you to Rennie O, Patrick, what is that? Hang on, I can't see it anymore. Patrick S, Indrashish, D, Anika, Joseph, Vincent, Michael, JPS, Ross T, Mark, Galileo, Michael P. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Full-Time Game Dev. It means the world to me that you join Full-Time Game Dev. And trust me, with your indie game dev career, that's pretty cool. So hey, if you want to learn how to make indie games, you got 5 days left. Obviously, this depends on when you click that coupon code. It'll generate a coupon code just for you. So check it out below. Click the link below to get 25% off Full-Time Game Dev. The question is, what if you can make a full-time income from your indie games, right? That's the question. So if you want to learn from an actual indie game dev, the link is below. And what's cool about this course is not only going to learn how to make a game with Godot, Unity, or Unreal, any platform you want to learn. I should really say Unity, Godot, Unreal. That's sort of my preference in order. So anyway, if you want to learn any of those engines, you can take your pick, 2D or 3D, it doesn't matter. Whichever one you want to pick, you can learn. And you're going to learn what Chris Stair learned, Bart Mamser, Everflux Games. What they learned was how to get funding from a publisher, how to get funding from Kickstarter, and use that funding to go full-time. And if that's not for you and you just want to release a game and self-publish a game, I'm still going to teach you how to launch on Steam. I call it the Steam Cannonball, and how to hit the Steam front page, which I've done multiple times. How to get press coverage, how to get YouTubers to play your game, how to make a great game, how to stay motivated. All of that is in this course. And by the way, if you're a student, let me know in the chat what you think about the program. I think that's everything. Done with the ad reads. I think we're all set, ready to roll and jump inside of Twisted Tower. Come on in. We've got 63 folks. Can we get 500 tonight? That's the ultimate question. I've always wondered, does a nighttime live stream, does it fare better in terms of getting attention? Because you know I love it. Does it fare better with views in the evening? So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, we got something fun to do today. We want to create some kind of credits roll trigger. And so it's pretty, I think this is going to be pretty straightforward. You walk into a trigger and it activates the credits. Because why? Well, the game is wrapping up. Right? We are wrapping up Twisted Tower. And you always know when a game is wrapping up when you suddenly find yourself working on the credits roll, when you swore to yourself that you were never going to get to that point, right? This is not a first. I did a live stream at night like 2 years ago, I think. All right. Is the crawling lady that chases you still in the game? No, she's actually right here. Hold on. Annette? Annette? Hang on one sec. You can come here. Come here, Annette. Annette? She's a little shy. Okay. So if we take a look here at just creating a 3D text field, we're just going to use Text Mesh Pro. The idea is it'll just cover, it really needs to freeze the player, cover our UI, and scroll up. That's all it needs to do. And at the end of the scroll, it needs to load the main menu. That's basically it. What, my wife? Yes, Jeb. No, my wife is I can't click on stuff. Okay, finally, there we go. What was I doing? Oh, UI, Text Mesh Pro. How long will you wait to make a new game after this one? Oh my word. Honestly, okay, it's super slow. I think I know what's going on. Hang tight. Hang tight, ladies and gentlemen. Black hole sun. Yeah, I'm ready to make another game. Guys, I was laying in bed this morning or yesterday morning, and I thought, I cannot wait to be done with this thing. I am so ready. If you feel like you're in prison, I mean, honestly, and I'm proud of the game. I'm proud of the game. I am. But I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired. For sure. Okay, now it's nice and smooth. Well, never mind. Black hole sun. We need to create a UI canvas. That's just for the credits. We're going to call this credits canvas. And then on that, we're going to create a UI canvas for our credits. Hey Dylan, how you? Thomas, I'm just spilling water everywhere. How long are you going to disappear after this game? I would love to disappear for a while. Maybe, okay, I'll tell you what I want, and then I'll tell you what I will probably do. What I want is I want to disappear for about 2 or 3 years. I would love to just be done, you know, for like just take a freaking break and work the land a little bit. And I'm not being metaphorical. Me and my wife, we got some land and we're building a house. And I want to just sort of chill. So this is going to be our credits. So this is our credits canvas. Guys, I think you'd be surprised how quick this goes. Creating a credits canvas. It's really not complicated. We need a black overlay on there as well. It's just going to be a very simple black square that covers it. Let's see how big it is. There it is. Yep. So that'll fade over the game, freeze the player, and then the credits will roll up. So, yep. Oh, I love horses. I would love to make a big horse game. Can you imagine a horror game about horses, where the horses are wearing demonic horns, you know, something like that, and they're running through a mall with maybe they could be playing something like an instrument, you know, some kind of A trumpet. They play the trumpet, and you can hear it coming. And then you can hear it. Something like that would be really fun to make. Okay, let's go to the main menu. We already have our credits here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, we have a credits text field on the main menu. And we're gonna take that credits, where are we going here? Let's think here. This is in the options. No, there it is. So there's a text field here. These are my two text objects. So this is row 1 and this is row 2. Now I was hoping that these two rows, yeah. Okay, we can call these credits rows. I'll show you in a sec. I'm going to make these a prefab. So that we can then take these and make a prefab variant out of them. So that all the text we change, if I decide to add or remove Gordon from the credits, that it will be updated on the fly, whether it's the menu or floor 4. So let's go to floor 4. Well, to be honest, the credits are going to roll on floor. I can't tell you the floor, but it's not floor 4. So let's go ahead and save that though. Is there anything in the game you're not happy with? No, I think the game is great. I'm really hoping that the optimization is good, and that the game runs well. I mean, that's my main priority, is the story and the optimization. Those are my two big priorities. But no, I mean, I'm proud of everything. I'm cynical about how well it will do. So there's a difference between being proud of something and being cynical. I'm cynical because I'm always cynical about anything that I'm anxious about. Does that make sense? So let's paste these credits rows. So you can see here now that these credit rows should be perfectly... Oh, they're not showing up. Dang it. Wonder why. Let's zero them out. What? What about this? Okay, good. Black hole sun. No, for some reason it's so funny. These text mesh pro fields, I think it's because of maybe the rec transform, but let's go ahead and remove or unpack this and see what's going on. Well. For some reason, the text is not showing up. I wonder if it's the alpha, perhaps? We need to figure this out. No matter how long I work on a Unity game, I'm always baffled. I'm always baffled by the UI. Where is it? Oh, the scale is set to 0 for some reason. that could explain it. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back in time and make sure we don't break that prefab. Thomas, since you have made 3 to 4 games, have you learned something about structuring your code base or architecture that you transfer from one game to the other? No. No, I think that you should not be. This is why, guys, I never have I ever sold a course or done a video about clean code or project architecture or anything like that. I've never done that because I know that is not my forte by any means. Look at that, and that's hilarious. Why is it doing that? Da 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 da. Ba ba da ba da ba bum. There we go. Nice and clean. Look at that. That's wild to me. Okay, that's better. Is it reversed? The strangest of circumstances. Oh, okay, whatever. Dang it. Let's go back in time. Hold on. Give me just a sec, guys. Okay. We're going to set this to 111. There we go. This goes like this and down. And this goes like this. This is a mess. But it looks good on the main menu. And so we don't want to screw this up for the main menu. All right, let's think about all the different people who worked on this game. So there's the... Obviously, I get the top of the list. The truth is that I really don't need these 2 pages. But it's fine. Who else worked on this game? What I'm going to do, we're just going to bite the bullet here. And this is not going to be, this is so bad. We're just going to bite the bullet and just say, look, this is its own little credits. And if the credits change, we'll adjust them on the main menu as well. Okay. There's a second row here. Yep, there we go. Look at all these beautiful people who worked on this game. There you are, Gordon. Let's put on a normal wrap here. There we go. We're going to center it. Now, I'm questioning... For some reason, we're left aligned here. I'm just so confused. There we go. Okay. All right, and then 0, 0. And then... What? Why isn't it centered? There we go. We're going to do 3840 by 2160. Height. Why are you a mess? Why are you a mess? Hang on. Okay, the black overlay we're going to set to 111. Why? Whoa! There we go. We're going to remove this crap. Thank you, Dylan. And by the way, those just joining us, if you want to support the channel, support the podcast, I'm burping, sorry. Check out Full-Time Game Dev below, which teaches you everything I've learned in the last decade of making indie games. Keeps me streaming. Keeps me making content for you on YouTube, so check it out below, see if it's something you're interested in. By the way, guys, with these black overlays, you always want to add a little, tiny little bit of bleed. So we're going to do a bleed of -15. And then 15 on the top, bottom, and right. Well. We're going to have to do -15 across the board, won't we? Yeah, like this. There we go. And this is our text. I believe we could do the same with this. So that's nice and centered up. Trying to figure this out. Hang tight. I'd say that's good enough for me, man. So here's our credits. Look how pretty that looks. You guys got to give me some credit here. That looks pretty great. We could scale her up. It would be nice and pretty. Okay. And it'll just do this. For a larger list of credits, including blah, 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 visit Twisted Tower credits. atmosgames.com/Twisted Tower credits. Published by 3D Realms. Good. Is there anyone I'm missing? I mean, at the end of the day, did I do some of the 3D modeling? No, I did the texture work primarily. Yeah, there it is. Good. Okay. Honestly, I think that's great. You know, that's really all of it. Do we want to separate out the words? It's a little bit cleaner, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Okay, well, there's our credits canvas. Well, let's go ahead and go to our UI prefabs. Let me just drag that there. Do you have to mention Unity in your credits? From what I've seen, you have to. No. Is the dog on the list? No. Jeb's going to probably get his own game. There we go. We'll move it more like this. But the problem with that is, for some reason, that's so annoying. How do you center it? Whatever. It goes up and then it stops there. It's ugly though. So what we're going to do is there we go. Just get it done, friends. Just get it done. Okay. So we'll push him right here. Going to be right here. That's our default. I'm going to hit apply all here. Am I going to add the support of my family? No. Wait. Do you guys want me to just add everybody in the chat? It might be because of the stretch pivots. You might be right there. Centered. Yeah, there we go. But I don't know why you can't. I actually don't understand it. I'm confused right now. Doesn't matter. Who cares? David says, I totally did something. All right, guys, next thing, we're going to add an animation. So we're just going to go to the other folder in the animation folder here, and we're just going to go to credits roll. That's it. It's really, guys, it's not any more complicated than this. Okay, so the overlay will fade in, and then the credits will roll all the way to here. And that's it. So we'll start the anchored position down here. The fade in occurs, and then how long do we think this should last? Maybe a minute. So here's the credits roll. It's too slow. Okay. So this needs a fade slower. One of my favorite credit rolls is that's too fast. That looks about right. Slow it down. There you are, Gordo. Slow her down. And then we'll have a song play as well. There's Bryn Morrison Elliott. Huge benefit to the team. Oh my word. All the character designs was Bryn Morrison Elliott. There we go. That's it. Always, always, always. Watch this, guys. This is the benefit of having it all be in animation. Watch this. We're going to take this row, and we're going to call this thank you. We're going to do royal signage. We're going to say thank you for joining us at the Twisted Tower. So that's thank you, and then we'll have Twisted Tower below it. Thank you for joining us at the Twisted Tower. This one will actually be Michelle. Right? We'll do all caps. For this one. Separate out the characters. Scale it up. This is called Graphic Design 101. And then this is at the Twisted Tower. We're just going to say thank you for joining us at the thank you for joining us. Just do a frickin' image. Or how about this? We're just going to do a logo. Image. It's going to be a logo. There's the father logo. There we go. So if we take this row, we can say thank you for joining us. So this is all it is. Thank you for joining us at the, and then there's the logo, right? And we'll fade both of these sort of in sequence at the very end. I'm going to scale them down though. Group them together. This is going to be the thank you message. And we can do 0.8 by 0.8 by 0.8. For some reason things look really professional when they're smaller. It's not always the case. There we go. Just move that up here. And then what we'll do is we'll take the logo, alpha it out. This will alpha it out. And as it passes by, those two will come in. Right? I want to go to Iceland. I want to go now. I want to experience the snow and the geysers today. If we just fade it in like this, that thank you, let's turn off that and make it go a little bit higher. There we go. Thank you for joining us at the Twisted Tower. And then that'll fade out. All I do is copy, paste, flip. Bing! You want it to feel final. There we go. Is this the last stream for Twisted Tower? It might be. Because the rest of the stuff is like spoiler stuff and story stuff. So I'm going to make that a little slower. A trigger will activate that. That is slow, and I know why. Because it's got a curve to it. We're going to do broken. Yeah, it's got an ease to it. We don't want that. I wish you could, wouldn't it be cool if Unity had something that just made it constant and not like this weird, everything's got to have a curve to it. There it goes. We could probably speed that up a little bit, don't you think? Twisted Tower. I'd rather play Spiraled Spire. There's an idea for a sequel. I like that. Oh, it's been a long journey, guys. Definitely my hardest game. No joke. Just really, really hard. Emotionally exhausting. And one day I'll tell the full tale of what happened. Because there's been a lot of stuff that went down that has been exhausting. That's very dramatic. I like that. And then we'll have an event that just loads the next scene. So here's the credits canvas. We're going to throw an animator controller on there. I'm sorry, an animator function script. And it's going to freeze the player right here. And again, all of these are custom scripts that I wrote. I think I wrote most of these. I'm certainly not proud of them, but they're very useful. Let's see, freeze game. Yep, right there. And then right here will be the load. I should have a load level. Or like a load menu or something. Yeah, load scene, menu. And my hope is that it clears everything, you know? I don't know if it will, though. So let's go ahead and open up our animator function script and take a look here. Let's open this up inside of Visual Studio. Matches my office. And see what happens. Yep, New Game Plus, that's all a thing. That's all, going to be a thing. The ability to play the other side of the maps is a big part of this game, so that'll be a thing. Gordon, I think you programmed that, but I'm not sure if it still works. So, anyway, let's take a look at the load scene. It switches the level. Okay. I really needed to do it by clearing out everything, you know what I mean? The quit button should do that. So let's go and we need to find, I just know this isn't going to work. So let's go to our options menu and look at the quit button. There should be a quit button, and we're going to see what that script does. Oh, it's not the options, it's the pause, which is in the FPS controller, I believe. There it is. And here are buttons. We have the quit. What does the quit button do? Let's take a look. Events. Huh. There they are. Event system, pause menu manager. We need to just copy this quit and just copy it and put it in the animator functions and it's quit to menu. This one right here. Boop. Just copy that. And I'm going to stick that into our let's see here. What was I doing? Oh, animator functions. Where are they? There they are. So this is going to be quit to menu. And I believe we should not have a function that's already this. So basically it kills everything and then clears all the saves. Why? Oh, if game mode is permadeath, clear all saves. Good job, Gordon. I think you wrote that, buddy. Yeah, Gordon was really great at what he did, honestly. He did a really good job helping out with the project. And with no sarcasm in my voice, Gordon was very, 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 very helpful. And he came through in a time of need. Of course, he did this time, but he did in last year. So, okay. What was I doing? Oh, let's go to our credit roll here. Hit apply. Was it hard, Gordon? Was it hard to work part-time on this game in the evenings? I can't imagine. Seriously, that must have been really hard for you. Like really hard for you in particular. I would have been fine. No, but seriously, I'm being sarcastic. It probably was really hard. I can't imagine with kids and stuff. Okay, well, let's go ahead and change this out to load. This is going to say quit to menu. We should have that function available to us. There it is. Beep. Quit to menu, bang. And look, guys, all we got to do. Yeah, it was stressful. I can imagine. The last time I worked evenings when I had kids, like consistently, was never. I'll do it every once in a while just for fun, like when my wife's out and she's hanging out with her friends or something, or going to dinner with friends, and I'm home. I've got my baby monitor here, and I'm looking at my daughter right now, and then I've got my other two older kids sleeping, and I've got the baby gate up, everything's locked up, and now I can work. And it's hard. You get everything set up to get some work in. And I will bet you guys $100 one of my kids is going to walk right through that door, and I won't even be able to finish the stream. But anyway, which is fine. Let's go ahead and add an audio source, and I'll show you something here. This audio source, as long as the credits all we're going to do is set active to true, and the credits will start playing the song. We have this song here, which I wrote 2.5 years ago. Let's see. Or this one. So this is 1:44. And so what we'll do is all we got to do is just take the volume and slide it down to 0, and that will slowly fade out. Honestly, that's it. Make sure it goes through the proper mixer. In this case, it's going to be the game music. And let's at least see this and see if it, well, this is important. We want to make sure it's covering all of our other UI. And frankly, this black overlay should be a raycast so that we can't click anything Not that I don't think it's going to matter, but anyway, let's go ahead and enter play mode here. My worry is it's going to not cover everything. But let's try it out. You guys want to see it? Thomas, I played the demo yesterday and I just love the soundtrack. Thank you. Oh my goodness, input button is not set up. Uh-oh. We created an event system on accident. And we want to get rid of that. Where is it? Wait, where was it? Oh, it's right there. No. No, thank you. Thank you. No, I didn't write all the music. It's me and Chris Palazos. This is one of those games, guys, where I could do it all. I just couldn't. I cannot do it. So let's good. There we go. And there will be no music playing. On that final scene. So I can't do anything. I can't even pause. Cool. The mouse shows, but does that bother me? It wouldn't bother AAA, I'll tell you that. So we're just gonna keep it. No skipping the credits, baby. That needs to fade out. Oh, it will. What? What's going on? There it goes. And it should load the main menu. Yay! Oh, wow. I got hit with some emotion just now. It's not done, but you always know that you're close when you make that credit sequence. Guys, I really wanted to say thank you to everyone who's showed up during these streams in the last 3 years. It really means a lot to me that you're always hanging out with me. I want to say thank you to the people who've enrolled in full-time game dev. Links below, by the way, for 25% off. But seriously, thank you for that, because there was a season where that helped. Even though, 3D Realms published the game, it was helpful during a season. So thank you so much for doing that. Thank you to AJ Gordon, who's in the chat. Thank you to Felipe, obviously. Felipe did all the artwork for the game and just incredible artist. There have been people, including, I just had a conversation with Daniel Mullins. Does anyone know Daniel Mullins? And he was like, I don't see why you're calling this an indie game. He said it looks like a AAA game. And it's certainly not a AAA game, but it does look AAA, and that's because, or AA at least, because that's Felipe. Felipe did an incredible job. Who else? Hector. Hector has been incredibly supportive as my PA. He handles community management. He did a ton of the sound stuff here. In this helped with the sound. all of the voice actors and actresses, super duper helpful in creating this game. Thank you to 3D Realms, Justin, Chad, Jason, for all of your help with making this game, especially helping make the game's demo awesome. So tons of people to thank. It's so cool to see this. So now what we need to do is go ahead and just throw in a trigger activator. So what I'm going to do is, without showing you guys too much, I'm going to go to the last floor. My belly hurts. What's the last floor? We need to save this. I don't know any channels that are like mine that are UE5 focused. I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to open up floor 7 really quick. I can't show you anything though, guys, so just give me a sec. Agent Tape says, I've been following all of it and it was a blast. You keep improving and you should be proud with all you've built. You started with almost zero 3D game development experience. Been amazing to follow your progress. Thank you. Thank you. Jason Montgomery, I missed the start of this stream. The comments make it sound like you are wrapping up devlogs for TT. No, I'm not wrapping it up. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what kind of stuff can I live stream after this, and I may need to start a new game, because if I'm going to live stream, I may need to start a new game because I don't know what else to show for this game. Like, I'm looking at my list and it's like all of it is stuff that is going to have to be private. Story stuff, and I might be able to do some jump scare stuff. Like create some jump scares. But we're just getting emotional here, Jason, because we are working on the credit sequence, and that's a big deal. Working on a credit sequence is it's like indicative of being almost done with the game, in my experience, right? Oh, please God. I just hope that this game has decent... I'm thinking about this game and how I just hope that the game is optimized and it's worth... People think it's worth $15 to $20. That's all I'm really hoping for. Jay says, I am a student of your full-time game dev course, Thomas, and I would not have continued my own 3D game if it were not for your Twisted Tower game. And I got so pumped to keep learning. Thank you. Okay, I can't share any of my screen, guys. I'm sorry. But I can... I can't show this, so give me a sec here. I can talk to you guys while I work on this, okay? Well, Marussia, that's the problem, is you said, dude, without even playing it, it would be worth $30 at least. I think you guys need to lower your expectations, because the game is pretty simple. It's a pretty simple game. It's not hyper complicated. It's not rich with tons of lore and world building. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Quit making me second guess myself. Quit that nonsense. All right, what I'm doing right now, I can't show it to you. What I'm doing is I'm creating an object activator trigger that will activate the credits. Again, I cannot show this to you guys. So that activates the credits. And when I hit this area, it freezes. It'll freeze the game, run the credits, and I'll be stuck. I'm going to deactivate the ambience of the game when I touch this. Yep. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't show this to you. But so are you guys arguing about the price? Maybe $17. I think that's a real nice number. $17. It's easy. This is from Warsong Studios. It's easy for a bunch of fanboys to tell the creator what they think, but in the end, he knows what he's doing, and we are but mere. But because we don't know what we are doing, we are here because we don't know. I don't know. Hey, Warsong. I think everybody's just trying to be helpful, and you are too. So thanks to everybody. I don't know what I'm doing. This is what I've always said. I could tell you guys what I've learned, and I'm really good at teaching, so I can create resources, and I can sell courses, and I can do all this stuff. But at the end of the day, I still feel really lost. And Jason and I, we hang out all the time. And he knows that. I'm just sort of whatever. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we'll see. So that's Winnie the Pooh. So let's see if we can. I'm gonna test this out here, but you're not gonna be able to hear anything or see anything. But y'all can keep hanging out with me if you want. Give me a sec, guys. I'm just playing the last level. $30 base. Y'all are crazy. Guys, this game is only 5 hours long. Are you sure? It's like a 5-hour game. Hang on. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. $30 and don't run any sales. They say devs underprice their games. That is true. They do. That is true. $30 for 5 hours is too much. I agree. BioShock is $20. Why, Marushia, why is BioShock $20? Does anyone know? Why is BioShock $20 right now? I appreciate that, Jason. Well, how much is Choo Choo Charles? Yeah, exactly. Jason's correct. If BioShock is $20 to $30 15 years later, or how long has it been? Almost 20? Then actually, that's an indication that BioShock's true value was like massive. You know, if a game is like another AAA game, but that AAA game is 20 years old, you don't then price your game. It's just not a. I'm sorry. It's not a good comparison. It's not a good comparison. Because people are paying for novelty, something new. They're looking for a new experience, right? Okay. I can't show you anything, but I can turn on the sound. I can't. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Footsteps leaked. Let that fade out. No, yeah, I wrote that one. I don't know why you can see that last shot. But that's fine. That's a bug. You got to be kicking yourself if you don't price it at least $20. Look, guys, you know, here's the thing about price. Who knows what price helps anchor? Price can, in a way, it can anchor the quality expectations. Price anchors the expectations of the game. So you got to understand as an indie what position I'm in. I'm sitting at a 90% with the demo on Steam. I'm hoping to get it to 94% with just optimization stuff. But as an indie, you're like, man, if I make this $17, maybe $15, I'm going to anchor this game. Anchor expectations, and boom. As long as it runs well, overwhelmingly positive. Of course, that's not necessarily true because people who are cheap tend to be kind of nasty, right? So you can have people who, if it's $5, then you get a flood of people who don't even play it or they hate it for no reason because they're cheap. So you got to find that sweet spot. Now, Cyber, I think that's a really, really astute observation. I don't think I could have said that better myself. Cyber says, if the Cyber Shell Rev says, if it's priced too low, gamers will think, what's wrong with it? $20 is a solid range. But Thomas, you need a Lamborghini. Well, you only get the Lamborghini with that overwhelmingly positive reviews, baby. That's what we want. You got to make room for sales too, Gordon. You're correct. You're correct, buddy. Okay, so what did we do here? Did we win? Let's go back to floor 4 and just make sure that we didn't leave the credits on floor 4. We don't want that. Nope, we're good there. What about our list of tasks? And it's getting puny, guys, our task list. Let me open it up really quick. Jason says that office is looking so cozy. And huge shout out to Jason, guys. Jason helped me move into this new house. He helped me last weekend. And that really was nice. He was one of the people who helped the most. So thank you, Jason. Yep. Six Jill Studios. How much should I sell an online first-person arena shooter? It's also my first game. I have no clue. I'm so sorry, Six Jill. I have no idea. I'm sitting here telling you I don't know how much to price my own game. What do you guys think? Y'all want to help out Six Jill? I have no idea. Oh my goodness, guys. Credits are done. I just did that. Trying to think, is there anything here we can show? Right? I gotta write out all of the story for the game. That's private. Jump scares probably needs to be private. Other interesting moments, those are going to be linked to the story beats. That's probably going to be private. Create new marketing. That's not going to be April 28th through June 30th. Get rid of that. Features. Jason, this is probably, if I do want to outsource some help and suddenly break my solo. I said I was going to go solo, and I am solo, but if for some reason around August I need some help, I might get Jason to come in and do this. And you can see Jason's already assigned there, but we need to see if I really want to spend the money to doing that. Boss battle. Why is there a green halo around my face? Oh my goodness. That's because of the screen in front of the look, there's a screen in front of the camera, guys, and you could see that green is reflecting from Six Jill Studios. Yeah, it's a glass in front of my camera. That's so funny. Yeah. Wow. Boss battle. Guys, I've been playing Resident Evil 4, and I'm going to say it out loud. I want to make a game like that. I love Resident Evil 4 because it's so cheesy. It's super creepy, it's scary, but everything about the story to the mechanics and the puzzle design, it's all cheese and tropes. It's very, very classic, and I love that. So I think that's what I'm going to do for my next game. Yup. Well, look, guys, I can't make any promises, but I can tell you what I've done in the last 10 years, right? So if you want to learn from an actual indie game dev who's had a profitable career as an indie game developer, I'm on my third commercial release published by 3D Realms, which is a 30-year-old brand. It was a dream come true to sign with them. Check out Full-Time Game Dev below. I'm going to teach you not only how to make a game with Unity, Godot, or Unreal. Take your pick. You don't have to learn them all. Just take your pick. Pick one. I recommend Unity. You're also going to learn how to take that demo that you create or that prototype and sell it to a publisher or pitch it on a crowdfunding campaign, building an audience, right? Getting funding for that game. If that's not for you, well, I'm still going to teach you how to launch it on Steam. I call it the Steam Cannonball. And I teach you not only how to obviously hit all the right beats for your marketing or your pre-marketing, but also, or your pre-launch, but also how to reach out to the press and get press coverage, how to build an online presence, how to get streamers to play your game, how to build a legit indie game studio from scratch. 25% off for the next 5 days. It really depends on when you click that link. The moment you click that link, you'll have that 5-day coupon and you can use it within those 5 days. It's 25% off. So if you want to join 4,500 students worldwide, check out the link below. Chris Stair, he was on the podcast. He was one of my students. He went full-time with the help of the course. Bart Mamser went full-time with the help of the course. And that's $100K in funding, right? Pretty cool. Or let's see here. No, he made over $100K. He made over $100K from his first big game to go full-time. And then Everflux Games, they got funded on a Kickstarter, which is really, really cool. And there's some other cool reviews here. So just check it out below. See if it's something you're interested in. And as always, guys, thanks for letting me do these ad reads. It means a lot to me. I love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out.